completely empty. Did you even think to have this? Or I think I just
All of this will be gone.
This is a face of someone who's been living in suitcases for what, 4 months?
Tonight, we're moving back home, and we're both feeling a bit anxious. But we've been living.
Why are you anxious?
It's because it's not 100% done. Like the heater, like weird stuff, and I've also not been there for so long.
Yeah.
So it's like knowing that there's lots of work that still needs to be done, and more importantly, because that's not even that bad, the isolation.
Yeah.
On the countryside.
Because we've been very fortunate lately to be in like communities.
Yeah,
We've
with
been
family.
with my dad and his partner Lena, and them being so helpful, and we feel like we've had multiple arms finally where we can
Your
just
mom and Leif
so
helping
many
us with
people
Saga,
helping.
just so much help. And so to be back there, I'm just like, no more help. But anyways,
it's gonna be fun. Summer's
be
coming.
fun.
Summer, the weather's gonna help us.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you.
See you.
Hey, dog.
Welcome back to our channel. My name is Max.
I'm Maya, and we're living with this one, Saga, our daughter.
Nummer Saga.
Oh, she just woke up, so pardon us.
We're back in our home. As you can see, there's a lot of light. This is all natural coming our way.
In our home that we haven't lived in for 3 months, over 3 months.
Yeah, before that we were living in a cave. A cave, which it was, I'm kidding. It was a cave inside. Outside it was an idyllic, beautiful 19th century home that needed a little bit of renovation.
Yeah, it needed a little zhuzh.
and we did it, and it was our vision. We sat down for a long time, and we wanted to do this for a very long time.
Yeah.
We were doing,
since we bought it.
Since we bought it, we knew
we wanted to move the
remove the attic and raise the ceiling up to the full capacity and keep the beams.
Oh my god, the beams.
Yeah,
but the beams weren't exposed until now.
No, we wanted to expose them, and so we had our vision the whole time. It just took us a long time to find the right carpenter, and a carpenter, I should say.
Yes.
Because we weren't even looking for the right one. We were looking for
carpenter
just one who would respond.
Yeah.
You guys who've been following us, you know our journey. You've been seeing us renovating. You've been seeing us living out of suitcases. You've been seeing us traveling, fighting for this home for a very long time. And if you haven't seen our journey, please subscribe to our channel, put your notifications on, and you'll continue to see our life
as it unfolds and adds more creativity to the pot.
What are you the most excited about coming back to our home after all this time?
Just to be home. Like, I think the hardest part of this was living, knowing that it's temporary, even though that is kind of like this life, but in a more basic sense, like knowing that, oh, we own a home over here, but we're living over there, and we constantly have to go back and forth. We just have to, it's a bunch of back and forth and not fully growing your roots because you know you're gonna get uprooted in a few weeks or months.
I agree 100%. I feel like there's a lot of things that was stressing me, but being back in our home, I feel like I am dealing with them so much easier because now I have my foundation, I have my base, and that is by far the most important thing about having a home, I think, because you lose so many routines. You try your best and you find routines, but to keep consistency is so hard.
For our personality type.
Yeah, true.
Because that was the biggest, I would say, mind F for me. Not having consistency, not being able to like, I want to work out twice a week, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's just like, I have all these excuses They might be excuses, but they were very valid excuses. But now that we are back, I feel so inspired to like meal prep. Like I didn't feel comfortable doing that at your sister's home.
Yeah. No.
Like I'm like, I don't have Tupperware. I don't want to buy Tupperware because I know I'm going to be moving back home.
Yeah. We've learned a lot from these 3 months being outside of our home and looking forward to see our home, because throughout this process, we have been coming back and forth to just see the process and been able to check that we're in line with our budget, to check that our vision is being interpreted in the correct way, right? And so it's been a hard journey, but I think I'm having this to look forward to has been something that has kept us strong, because there has been times during this time where we have been struggling a lot, and you've seen it also in our previous videos.
You know, it's so funny, it's nice to be home, but I have to stop and appreciate the fact that we are home, because sometimes I'm thinking, oh, we have to do this, like we have a pile of wood in the front of our home that we have to like get rid of. Oh, we have like our deck that we need to like lengthen so it meets the front French doors.
Yeah, I feel motivated to work on the things outside because I know we're putting it towards ourselves and our own home. So everything that we can do is a progress in a sense. We were terrified the few days before we actually moved in, because you know we waited for so long for this moment, and then when it actually comes, we're like freaking out, because now we've been spending time with my family and we've been sort of
help us.
Yeah, we've been part of like a commune. We've had like a community for the first time where we get help, where we get to catch our breaths. And
part of the routine was Max would walk Saga to his mom's house, leave her there for like the day or a few hours while we get a bunch of stuff done. When we were staying at your dad's, similar thing, can you watch Saga while we assemble cabinets? It was just nice to be within arm's reach of help.
One thing that I appreciate about being back home too is that the garden is sort of like our help now, because before we were stuck in an apartment or in a home, whereas now we live in the countryside. We have so much land. The weather has been very helpful that we came back when spring is literally like blooming at its best. When Saga gets a little bit like hyped up and she gets a bit stressed, to take Saga and go outside,
just open the door, open the door and walk out, and then we're outside, versus we're in an apartment. Having to go in the elevator with the stroller and the diaper bag and everything.
All these things are might sound like small factors, but when you do put them together, like you realize how grateful we are.
That's the best part about living where we live, which is the outdoors. Access to outdoors. Baby break. The lessons we've learned in this chapter is we do live in a small home with some nice height and some nice windows, but storage is a bit of a struggle. So we have to be creative in ways to store our things. So for example, we bought a bench. I wanted to make one, but we found one thrifted for 200 or 250 kroners, which equals about $25. So we have that. Everything else we either have to get rid of or not accumulate.
Exactly.
So it's teaching us to like, what do we need?
Both you and I don't want to speak for you that much, but I know that myself, that I have a tendency to accumulate stuff that I don't need and definitely be a little bit messy. And I think that a small home teaches you, because it's so vivid, nonetheless with a child involved, it teaches you that how messy you really are. It's like a mirror of your bad habits when you live in a small home. Because if you live in a big home, you can go into a room and you can put, like, just throw things in a different place and close the door and that's it. We can't do that.
It's nice to have flexibility and like having options of high and low items. So we did splurge on the windows, which was, I'm like, we have to. I'm not even budgeting that. We have to splurge. I want to maximize the window space here because the sun goes from east to west, which gives us the most daylight technically here. The windows and the countertop, I wanted to go like luxe because, I don't know, it's used all the time. Like you chop, you cook, and you just stuff. All three of us are very clumsy We
Are
like,
you referring to my saga as clumsy now?
yeah.
Oh,
We make
I like the shots.
we break things. We break things. So I'm like, we're not breaking this countertop and we're not buying a new one to replace it. Like, I'm not doing that. Oiling, waxing wood. Laminate is okay, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, I just wanted to.
And to be fair, like, what's good about putting money towards your home is that it's an investment.
It is an
It's
investment.
important to remember that a good countertop gives the countertop a longer lifetime, meaning that increases the value of the home.
Yeah.
So.
And there are other ways that we save money.
Yeah.
For example, like our shelf was like salvaged wood from our attic.
So when I was tearing down this home, we found so much wood on the attic, like so much quality wood that's over 100 years old.
Yeah.
That we've been sanding down, and you've been literally creating shelves left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Out of wood that have been stored. Free.
So it's free. So
and
I'm like,
good quality too. You know.
And like the lights are from IKEA,
Yeah.
which is $25. So I was like, okay, like you can splurge, yes, but you have to save
smart,
too. Don't be all splurge.
No. And again, it's our home, which helps me to justify it because I'm a bit more aware of those things. I wouldn't say that I'm better with money, but I'm a bit more cautious, maybe. Stingy, maybe is the right word for it.
The only thing is, I've never owned a home before.
Me neither.
And I've always lived in rentals, and I would renovate, like not renovate, but like revamp some of the rentals.
We low-key renovated your last rented place. We literally created a new bedroom.
Yeah. So imagine now being able to do that in our own home.
Yeah.
I just love that it's so bright and airy here that even if it is messy, it's not claustrophobic. Like I was feeling like even you were feeling, I think. It was messy and we're like, cling.
Yeah, but imagine not being able to like stand on your toes in your home. Like it's
Especially you.
Yeah.
You were like crouching, like even to cook, you were like doing that. I'm like, I can't stand looking at you like this.
and holding Saga too.
Yeah.
I remember holding her on my shoulder. Like I had to be so cautious of where I was walking. Yeah, I'm talking about you. But you're much bigger now. You're much bigger now.
And I guess like the great debate is like, why didn't you buy a home that's already done? And I think it's budget. It was still cheaper for us to do it this way. And we don't have a mortgage. Because we didn't spend that much on the home itself, I shouldn't say that much, but we were able to pay cash. I think that justified the renovations.
Yes.
But now that the renovations are done, I'm
In
like,
cash.
oh, in cash. The value of this home is a lot.
We've said it in previous videos, we said it before amongst each other, like if we extend our family, if we are living somewhere else in the world, this will always be our summer house. I'm not getting rid of this.
Yeah.
I think our little diva here is summoning us as parents, and we don't have any help, so we have to wrap this up. But we're so grateful to be back in our home, and there's so much more.
And that's that. That's all that. Wrap it up.
Keep joining us as we unfold more things in our life, and we love sharing our stories with you guys, so stay tuned for more.
Comment below and let us know what other videos you'd like us to do, or what you'd like to see.
And we'll see you in the
Yes.
next video. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sock.